The holidays are coming early this year. Religious freedom does not mean freedom from religion.
Thank you, Bob and George, for showing up to this top-secret meeting so promptly.
Well, your text message did say super serial, so...
Gentlemen, what is the most important issue facing America right now?
The economy?
Healthcare,
debt,
infrastructure,
the environment, foreign relations, taxes,
technology,
education,
alternative fuels,
crime,
Christmas. The Rick Perry legacy will ensure that people will be free to say Merry Christmas without having to endure Chinese water torture.
But people can already say Merry Christmas.
It appears Bob here has been compromised by the propaganda of the fascist liberal agenda. Take him away for some American water torture. Find out what he knows. Be sure to double check for faggotry. Sir! Yes, sir! It's time to make some new laws, George. Because as conservatives, we're all about smaller, less intrusive government. And nothing says smaller or less intrusive like more laws. Am I right? Yes, sir. If you say so, sir. George, are you familiar with the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment? Yes, sir. It says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. I think the Founding Fathers' usage of the word no is a little hazy, don't you? Sir? Freedom of religion, not freedom from religion. Simple, right? It means everyone should have the freedom to have religion imposed upon them. George, I totally agree. Good. Now remember that the First Amendment also guarantees the free exercise of religion. The key is to milk the free exercise clause to promote Christianity in public schools. How do we do that? Don't you read your Bible? Obviously, it's downright impossible to properly practice Christianity without the display of ancient torture devices, cheap plastic nativity scenes, and prayer led by employees of the state. Where does it say that in the Bible? Leviticus chapter 7, verse 11. Huh? Look, the main issue is the public schools, where we can use an air of authority to promote Christianity to children. Why children? If you're an adult the first time you hear about a 2,000-year-old invincible flying hippie Jew who was conceived sans hanky-panky, for some reason, you're less likely to believe it. I know. Now that's something R&D should be working on rather than that silly alternative fuels crap. But how do we get away with showing favoritism to Christianity? We'll throw the Jews and the terrorists a bone every now and then, but everybody knows America's a Christian nation. Enough time goes by and whatever we do will be historical and traditional, and then the commies won't even be able to touch us. Okay, so what's the plan then? Well, the facilities, including the employees who lead prayer, the grounds and walls upon which Christian symbols and promotions are displayed, and the auditoriums where speeches promoting Christianity will be given, will all be funded, bought and paid for by the surrounding communities. Even the godless atheists must pay by law. And if atheists don't want to pay for Christian promotions? Simple. We'll kick them out of their houses and put their homes up for auction. Now that sounds like freedom, don't it? God bless America. Oh, I get it. Real estate taxes pays for the schools, which are now used in a concerted effort to promote Christianity under the guise of religious facilitation, thereby circumventing the First Amendment. So even the atheist is forced to fund an establishment of religion by law. And thus the oppression of Christians will finally end. At long last, we will no longer be forced to not be able to force our religion upon others. Gotta love that freedom. Yes, sir. I don't know how America or Christianity has endured without you. Amazing, isn't it? But keep in mind that the first Christians only had to put up with things like being fed to lions. They ain't never had to deal with the trials and tribulations, nay, the oppressive horrors of not being able to force other people to pay for their religious activities. Duly noted, sir. One question, though. Ironically, I've noticed that the churches don't pay a dime in income taxes or real estate taxes. So asking the taxpayer to shoulder the burden in promoting their religion might come off to some as especially unfair. Whoops! My It's okay, sir. Now, by the time I sign this freedom to force religion bill into law, I want you to be just about done drawing up that gay bill. Gay bill, sir? Yep. As a Christian nation, one of the government's top priorities should obviously be to keep the pee-pees from touching the pee-pees and the ho-hos from touching the ho-hos. Get on it.